My F-24 boyfriend got angry because his daughter, F-11 months, was trying to eat duct tape, and I calmly said no to her. I live in a state with temperatures reaching 100 degrees daily, and I don't have a house with vents, so it gets very hot. I bought a $400 Arctic King to help with the heat. We started installing it, and the heat made everyone cranky, including my boyfriend. I'm a quiet person, so when I sensed his irritation, I was patient with him. My job was to tear off pieces of duct tape and hand them to him while watching the baby, who he said should be fine on the ground with her toys. I was hot too, because I'd driven my car with no AC an hour before, so I listened and handed him the tape. Within about a minute, the baby crawled to his gaming setup and pulled down his controller and headset. Nothing hit her, but he rudely said, "That's why you're supposed to watch her." If that had hit her, I would have been pissed. I passively apologized, saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't know she was right there and that she'd get there that fast." He then said she had to come up on the bed with us. I didn't say anything, but I wondered how I could tear tape, give it to him, and keep her from falling off the bed. So I kept her close to me. She didn't like that I wasn't letting her fall off the bed, and she pinched and scratched me. I made a sound because her nails hurt, but I didn't say anything to her. He gave me a dirty look and said, "She's a baby. She's gonna scratch you. Get used to it." I explained that she was scratching me because I wouldn't let her off the bed and that it stung because of my sweat. I let it go and continued handing him tape while he mumbled under his breath. He kept messing up the tape, so he'd throw it on the bed. The baby saw this and tried to grab the tape, which I took away before she could put it in her mouth. She then became fascinated with me tearing the tape and tried to grab it. I calmly and quietly said no when she did this. He immediately stopped everything, pulled her away from me, and said, "You're not going to talk to my daughter that way. If she's such a burden for you to watch, you can get your things out of my room." I defended myself, saying, "I just said no because she was trying to eat the tape." I spoke to her calmly, and she didn't even stop. That's how passive I was with her. He told me that I didn't validate his feelings as a father, and that because I was busy defending myself, it meant I had a attitude toward her. I didn't feel guilty, so I didn't admit to it. I'm currently in my first trimester with my first baby, and I'm sick and very tired all the time. He told me to get my stuff out of his room. I pay rent and utilities while he buys whatever he wants, and that we were done. So I moved my 65-inch TV, nightstand, king-size memory foam mattress, and AC unit. I told him if I moved this stuff, there was no coming back from it, and that he should remember this was his doing. He had no problem with that. We argued while I moved my stuff, and then I went to my mom's house because I was emotionally not doing well. When I came back, I went to my room, and he kept finding excuses to come in and say something until he asked me to help set up a baby pen. I agreed because I had nothing else to do. While setting it up, he asked, "Why did you get so upset when I told you that you had an attitude with my daughter?" I replied, "Because I didn't, and you made me feel like I won't be able to play a crucial role in my stepdaughter's life. If you get so irate over a calm no at her, it can't be with someone who's going to yell at me every time I watch a baby, but can't verbally stop her from doing things that could hurt her." He apologized for yelling at me, saying he's just a dad and that I'll understand when I have my baby. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "I would never do that. It's over the top. If I want someone to watch my baby, I accept that they'll say no, stop, or don't do that. That's only natural." He brushed off what I said and then asked if I'd move my things back into the room with him. I said no, reminding him that I told him there wouldn't be any going back on his words and action. He told me he didn't need my help anymore and that I could leave his room. Did I do this right? He made me feel insane for just trying to stop her from putting tape in her mouth. I didn't want her to choke or get the adhesive in her mouth, and it felt like I did the wrong thing in trying to protect her while multitasking. I'm really needing advice. I feel so lost and hurt right now. I really did not expect this post to blow up the way it did. Some people think my post is fake. I wish it were. Clarify, I used to be married to a different man and divorced him last year for abuse. I had a pressured abortion from my ex and was on birth control since. My birth control failed even though I never missed a day on it. This is only my second relationship, and while I may seem stupid, I'm doing my best for someone who's relatively new to relationships outside of my failed marriage. About a pregnant 4'11" woman moving a king-size mattress. I work at Amazon. Turning a bed on its side and pushing it is doable for me. But did I enjoy it while I'm throwing up and tired? Absolutely not.